how many people have told us, whether it's conjecture or not, folks, I'm just the play-by-play guy.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many people have told us for 50 years they're creating underground bases? They're all over America. Here are the photos. Why are they doing that? Is it for a planetary reason? Is there a comet? Is it coronal mass injection from the sun? Or is it some sort of planetary incursion by another species? Because you can't, I'm sorry, you can't put in the closet the 20 or 30 people, some nutcases, some very sincere, who tell us, look, they are planning for something. They're going underground. Here it is. I mean, you can't charge
Why would we go underground
$22,000
though?
for a toilet seat. That money is going for a black project that we're not a part of.
Well, but why would we go underground? How could we escape this advanced technology by just like going underground, like in some
I
base,
totally
like they
agree.
couldn't get to us?
I
That doesn't
totally
make.
agree. I
Maybe
don't
that's
know.
just our last
But
ditch. That's our
right,
best thought, our best
2 miles under
attempt.
the ground, and 2 miles under the ground. I don't know. Do they know that that extraterrestrials can't, transmorph through walls or steel? I don't know, but I think
Well,
they
some
must
say they live
believe.
underground.
Exactly. They must believe something that we are not privy to for them to say
Sure,
we could be
sure.
safe a mile underground. I still think it's something to do with the sun, but I have been instructed by two people who have helped me for 5 years. Don't talk about any future event. So I'm not. But I think it has something to do with something more environmental and nuclear than it does extraterrestrial. Nonetheless, it is the bears the fact that these bases are being built underground. So I, folks, I hope everybody appreciates. I'm not a blowhard. I don't know either. I'm just telling you
Sure.
what's
Yeah,
coming
yeah, yeah.
across my desk, that this shit is really scary, and it's the threads are starting to come together that something is going on beyond hyperbole and conjecture. Something is going on that maybe we should pay a little bit more attention to than going on to Reddit or going on YouTube and making snarky comments and stuff. I think something more serious, and I know everyone else believes that too, but I think something's a little bit more serious is going on here. This just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, look, I don't want to frighten any of our viewers. Of course, everyone believe what they want, but I personally have to say, I don't really believe there's some sort of planetary invasion. Regardless of these emails, where this is all, compelling and fascinating for
Yeah,
sure.
right.
So let's build like uh, you know, a, a little information board here.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got DARPA, right? We're saying DARPA is in possession of this knowledge of this planetary invasion. So from there we can infer what? Who else knows about it? So it's coming directly from our government to them, right? And from there, are they also doing the reverse engineering and crash retrieval programs?
Well, without bringing up other subjects that we will talk about, Victor
Sure.
did tell us in 2008 that we finally did crack what the beings were saying to us in the telepathic program. And is that code cracked, then gone from DNI, DIA to the Pentagon to DARPA? Here's what's going on. I think that's very possible. What systems the government, the military? Here's one thing I do know: the military, unlike Congress, is forward thinking. They are always planning for contingencies. And if you possibly have an interrogation program, you finally cracked with really telepathically what these beings are telling us, you would probably want some systems in place for some sort of repel repelling some sort of incursion. You're right. I don't think this armada invasion is coming. I personally don't think that. I think that email was a lot of hyperbole, but based on the fact that she's scared shitless. And do I think that something from other planets or dimensions are coming here and monitoring us? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think the military is just setting up contingency plans, which thank God for that. And I think DARPA is the conduit to that. Hey, what can we do just in case one of these species decides to get a little, to go way beyond the agreement of do no harm. You can monitor. You can monitor. You can do whatever you want, but do no harm to this planet. So I think if we tone down her email because she's scared, I think if we tone down the email, I think it's the DIA going to Pentagon. There might be something we need to have in place. The Pentagon being really good at their job and telling DARPA, okay, come up with a soldier that can avoid a radiation blast. Come up with something that's impervious to environment. Come up with some sort of a repelling, some sort of a laser system in the upper atmosphere or in space in case these are happenings, which I think was developed in the 80s. So that's what I really think. I don't think an armada of flesh-eating beings are coming here. But you also have to understand from everyone that I've talked to and everything I've heard for the past 30 years, they don't give a shit about us. You people, I want to help you. You have to understand this. We are like the trout. We're like the deer in the woods. They are the Department of Natural Resources. They care. But, if one of us dies, I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to have to put your ego on the shelf and know that you're no longer occupying the top of the food chain. That is Uncle John's advice to your viewers. And I think when you do that, when I did that, I just had this clarity, this calmness that this is what it is. And this has been happening for millennia. We see it in the Bible, the Quran. We see it in every indigenous culture on every continent for millennia. Someone coming from the skies, educating us, sometimes doing harm, sometimes interfering. That's what's happening. Flesh-eating aliens, I don't believe that, but I'm glad our government is doing something just in case for a contingency.